Welcome back to the Healthy Hour Podcast, brought to you by the Orange County Department of Health. I'm your host, DQ, and I'm joined with my co-host, Andrew, today. And we have a special summer episode lined up with essential health tips and information to keep you and your loved ones safe during this sunny season. So grab a refreshing drink and let's dive right in. As it gets hotter, it's important to know about the heat-related illnesses like heat stroke and heat exhaustion. We'll talk about how to spot these symptoms and, more importantly, how to stop them from happening.
That's right, DQ. When your body gets too hot, you could get heat stroke or heat exhaustion. And of those two, the most severe form is heat stroke. A person suffering from heat stroke can have organ damage or even lead to death. So it's essential to be aware of the warning signs.
And I just want to add some background on that, Andrew, with some of the common symptoms of heat stroke, which include high body temperature, dizziness, confusion, nausea, and a rapid heartbeat. And this is for our audience out there. If you or someone you know experience these symptoms, it's crucial to seek immediate medical attention. Heat exhaustion, on the other hand, is less severe but still requires attention.
Definitely. Heat exhaustion can present as heavy sweating, weakness, headache, and muscle cramps. If left untreated, it can progress to heat stroke. So it's important to address the heat exhaustion symptoms as soon as they come up.
All right, so now that we've discussed the symptoms, let's focus on prevention. It's always better to avoid heat-related illnesses altogether. One of the most important steps is to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of fluids, especially water, even if you don't feel thirsty. Don't try to go overboard with the caffeinated drinks like soda. I like Coca-Cola, but I can definitely tell you it's going to make you dehydrated.
It's also important to dress appropriately for the heat. If you're planning on going out, we recommend wearing loose-fitting, lightweight, and light-colored clothing. Don't forget to wear a hat and sunglasses for additional protection from the sun's rays.
And Andrew, I think it goes without saying, one of the easiest ways to stay cool is to seek shade or air-conditioned spaces throughout the day. If you're outside having fun, we recommend taking a break in the cool areas and pacing yourself to avoid overexertion.
One of the things we definitely can't forget to talk about is the importance of sunscreen. Applying sunscreen with a high SPF will protect your skin from harmful UV rays. I normally try to reapply every 2 hours or more often since I'm normally playing basketball and sweating it off.
I remember those old days playing basketball, Andrew. What a time. But just for our last tip, please don't forget our vulnerable individuals. And what I mean by that is our elders in our family or anyone suffering from a chronic health condition. We have to keep our eye on them because they are more susceptible to all those heat-related issues we mentioned earlier.
Absolutely, DQ. By being aware of the symptoms and taking preventative measures and looking out for one another, we could all enjoy a safe and healthy summer without falling victim to any heat-related illnesses. Just staying alert to the signs, taking preventative steps, and watching out for one another will help us have a safe and healthy summer without any of those pesky heat-related problems.
I couldn't agree more, Andrew. And with that, that's going to conclude this first section, which is the summer safety essentials. So stay tuned as we move on to our next topic in the following section, which is water safety. So don't go anywhere.
Greetings, I'm Frank Mikuszewski, and I'm an epidemiologist at the Orange County Department of Health, and you are listening to the Healthy Hour Podcast.
With the numerous heat advisories this summer, the heat can definitely be intense. Many of us will turn to pools, lakes, and even the ocean to cool off and have fun. But you know what's important, DQ?
What's that?
Being aware of water safety guidelines to make sure we all have a blast while staying safe in the water.
You're right, Andrew. Whether you're a seasoned swimmer or just enjoying a dip, you should know your limitations, including your physical fitness and medical conditions. You should never swim alone, and you should always swim with lifeguards or water watchers that are present and also screen-free, meaning they should not be distracted by any phones or headphones. It is the job of the lifeguards and the water watchers to ensure your safety, and they cannot ensure your safety if they're distracted.
You should always wear a U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket appropriate for your weight and size and the water activity. Always wear a life jacket while boating, regardless of your swimming skill.
You should also understand and adjust for the different risks of the water environment that you're in, such as river currents, ocean rip currents, water temperature, shallow or unclear water, and underwater hazards, which include vegetation and animals.
Understanding these guidelines can definitely help prevent accidents and ensure everyone stays safe while enjoying the water this summer.
All right, so we've arrived at the last section. In this section, we're going to focus on an important topic. And that topic is everybody's favorite, right? Mosquitoes and tick prevention. As we spend more time outdoors during the summer, it's crucial to protect ourselves from these pests and the disease that they can transmit. Let's discuss some effective prevention strategies.
That's right, DQ. Mosquitoes and ticks can carry various diseases such as West Nile virus, Lyme disease, and others. By taking preventative measures, we can significantly reduce the risk of exposure and potential illness.
Let's break down some of those preventative measures that you just spoke about, Andrew. So one of the key prevention strategies is to minimize mosquito breeding grounds. Eliminate standing water around your home, such as flower pots, bird baths, or any of the clogged gutters that you may have, as they can serve as breeding sites for mosquitoes.
That's an important and overlooked point, DQ. It's essential to use mosquito repellents when spending time outdoors, especially during dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Look for repellents containing EPA-approved ingredients like DEET, picaridin, or oil of lemon eucalyptus.
Right, Andrew. Wearing long sleeve shirts, long pants, and socks can provide an additional physical barrier against mosquito bites. When possible, choose clothing treated with permethrin, an insect repellent that can be applied to clothing or purchased pre-treated.
Absolutely, DQ. Now let's shift our focus to tick prevention. When spending time in wooded or grassy areas, it's important to take steps to minimize tick exposure.
One effective strategy is to wear light-colored clothing to help spot ticks more easily. Tuck your pants into your socks and wear a long-sleeve shirt to minimize skin exposure.
It's also important to perform regular tick checks after spending time outdoors. I know I do this after I walk my dog. Inspect your body, including hard-to-reach areas like the back of the knees, scalp, and groin. Promptly remove any attached ticks using fine-tipped tweezers, grabbing the tick as close to the skin surface as possible.
And if you develop a rash, experience flu-like symptoms, or notice a bullseye rash following a tick bite, it's important to seek medical attention because these can be signs of tick-borne illnesses like Lyme disease.
100%. By implementing these preventative measures and being vigilant about mosquito and tick bites, we can reduce the risk of exposure to diseases carried by these pests and enjoy a safer and healthier summer.
And remember, listeners, prevention is key when it comes to mosquitoes and ticks. By taking the necessary precautions and staying informed about these risks, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones. And with that brings us to the end of our summer special podcast episode. We hope you found this information and the tips we gave today valuable for staying safe and healthy during this sunny season.
Absolutely. Whether it's preventing heat-related illness, practicing water safety, managing allergies, ensuring food safety, protecting our skin, keeping our children safe, or preventing mosquito and tick bites, taking proactive measures can make a significant difference in our well-being.
Remember to stay hydrated, dress appropriately for the heat, use sunscreen, be mindful of allergens and insects, handle food safely, protect your skin from the sun, prioritize children's safety, and take preventative measures against mosquitoes and ticks. I know that was a lot of information, but that was some good stuff.
And always seek medical attention if you experience concerning symptoms or suspect a tick-borne illness. It's better to be safe and get the appropriate care when needed.
We encourage you to refer to our trusted sources like the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which is the CDC, for detailed information on specific topics and guidelines if you want more information.
Stay informed, stay prepared, and enjoy a safe and healthy summer filled with memories and fun.
Thank you for tuning in to the Healthy Hour podcast for this episode. We appreciate your support. Stay well, and we'll catch you in the next one.